It is time for 10 at 11, my daily feature, when we get a chance to meet somebody that's out there doing something cool in and around the Muskegon and White Lake area. Today, we're going to focus down on the Lakeside District in Muskegon, and we welcome Nancy Bering in from the Lakeside Shopping District. Is that what you call it?
The Lakeside District Association.
Lakeside District Association. Always get your branding right.
That's right.
Lesson number 1 in radio. So there we go. Nancy, let's talk about Lakeside. And I mean, I'm there a lot because I just live up around the corner from it. But for people up around Whitehall and Montague and places like that, Lakeside is a rapidly changing and ever-evolving area in Muskegon.
Absolutely. One of my favorite spots.
Yeah, well, it should be. And it's a historic area, too. I mean, there's a lot of history down in Lakeside. Let's talk a little bit about that. Going back to it used to be an artisan kind of community.
It was.
And then it kind of went to manufacturing, and now it's getting a little more artsy again. Let's talk a little bit about the history. Tell us, from your perspective, how Lakeside's come to where it is today.
It was a long journey, but it was one that was very exciting, even as it was happening.
Sure.
And watching it unfold has just been very fun.
Yeah.
There are a lot of new shops coming in, but it has always been kind of a family area, an area where people could bring their kids anytime, and they would be welcome. Thered be something to do. And we try to do that yet today.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of shops of different types. There's great restaurants, fun places for kids. Max and Marley's, oh my goodness. If you want a good hot dog, you need to get to Max and Marley's.
They've got gourmet ones all over the place. They do.
There's all kinds of stuff for pets. Sitting Pretty does a great job with their little shop and the taking care of the dogs and their nails, and their giving them baths and trims.
A pet boutique, if you will.
Boutique.
You know,
exactly.
and I look at this and I see some of these dogs and cats and things like that. And, you know, people love dogs and cats and all that kind of thing. But some of them are treated better than kids.
Well, that's true, unfortunately.
So if you've got one of those spoiled pets, that's the place you want to head.
It is. And you want to head down there on Saturday. There's going to be a pet parade.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, and there's going to be judging for little costumes and all kinds of stuff. And the first 50 people that register get a goodie bag with all kinds of different things in it.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
So if it was somebody that was thinking about heading to Lakeside, plan a day for them. I mean, let's block out noon till 4. What would you do if you were in Lakeside?
All right. Well, I'd start out at Max and Marley's and have a hot dog.
Sure.
And then I would go up and see Louise in Art Cat's studio.
Yep. Oh,
and
she wanted to make sure we mentioned her.
Yeah, get some Mother's Day gifts up there, because there's all kinds of stuff there for gifts. Then you could go to the Village Gift Shop.
Yep.
And get some of the homemade candy there. There's some great chocolates, lovely things, and all kinds of souvenirs from Lakeside and from Muskegon and from Michigan itself. All kinds of stuff and great prices. You can buy a whole bundle of stuff for a good price there. And then you'd want to make sure you got down to get a T-shirt down at the Lakeside Landings.
Okay.
Barb Gibner has some great stuff down there. Cool T-shirts, those hooked on the mitten and smitten with the mitten and all those different kinds of things.
Lake Michigan, unsalted and shark-free.
Shark-free. You got to remember that one for sure.
Pastel shirts that say life is good.
Yep.
Everybody's got to have one or two of those, don't they?
Yep, absolutely. There's a couple of bars down there where you could have some afternoon refreshment.
There's this guy named Steve Warmington, seems like he owns a bar down that way. Where do I know that name?
Yeah.
He seems familiar.
A great, friendly place to go in and have a little bit of afternoon libation.
Sure.
It's a good spot.
You've got the Frosty Cove, which I tend to hit. If you're a boater, you've got Torrance and Marines. Silversides is in with you guys as well, so that's part of Lakeside too.
And that would be a great place to spend some time.
Oh, big
that museum is amazing.
Yeah, it really is. You guys have a, did I see Wasserman's on here too?
Yeah.
I have to go tell Troy I said hi.
Yeah, you should do that. And they've got some beautiful flowers.
Yeah, and not to mention they're one of the oldest businesses in the state, I think.
They are.
They've been around for 104, what is it, 100 and...
Yeah, I don't know exactly how long
it's a lot.
Is, but it's well
Let's
over
just go with
100
that.
years. Yeah, yeah. Yep.
You guys have a step into spring type thing coming up. We're talking to Nancy Bering, who's from the Lakeside District of Muskegon. It is like I said, an ever-evolving area. There's always something new coming up, always cool people to hang out with. Let's talk a little bit about your spring.
Spring into Lakeside.
Spring into Lakeside, okay. Is that part of the dog parade and all that kind of stuff?
It is. The dog parade is part of that, and we have a group coming in from Mercy Health that is going to give away kids' bike helmets and kids' car seats. The firemen are going to be there, as long as there's no fires.
Sure.
And the policemen are going to be there for the kids. There's a sidewalk art thing going on, so kids can get prizes for doing art on the sidewalks. We're hoping for good weather so it can actually happen outside.
Yeah.
But otherwise, we've got alternate plans for that.
Sure.
There's face painting. There's a movie at the harbor in the afternoon for kids. I think it's Goonies or something like that.
I love the Goonies.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know,
So
I got to tell you a quick little aside thing with the Goonies.
It's the Smurfs. But anyway,
I'm such a Goonie. Oh, it's the Smurfs?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I won't tell my Goonies.
You're not
story.
a Smurf.
Not a Smurf.
No.
Smurfs kind of were a little past my prime when it came to cartoons and that stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's at 3 o'clock at the harbor, and so that will be a great place also to go.
Sure.
Hoop Happy is going to be there. She's going to be doing some hula hoop classes and lessons and trials, and that'll be fun.
Last time I tried a hula hoop, it turned into a belt.
Yeah.
Maybe I could work on my midsection a little bit.
Maybe.
Skinny it down a little. The Lakeside District is really a feather in the cap of the whole area, and to watch it evolve and grow and change over these years, and now that you guys have your spring into Lakeside coming up this weekend, I want to wish you luck on it.
Thank you very much, and make sure you stop by Gracie's bookstore too. Gracie's got some wonderful books.
I was in there a couple of years ago. I helped this gal, a young lady who was in a wheelchair. She went away into a beauty pageant. And Gracie's Books invited me down for the day to sit there and collect money to get her off to her beauty pageant.
Oh, how cool.
And we sent her.
Nice.
So I really appreciate Gracie's Books, too. They're a great bunch.
Absolutely.
And while I was there, I bought this gigantic NASA book about all the space program. And oh, man.
Yeah,
great.
probably for like $10 or something.
It was even less than that, I think. Yeah, next to nothing.
Amazing.
So, spring into Lakeside. It's this Saturday. Thank you so much, Nancy, for coming in. It's really a beautiful area, and a lot of great things are going on down in Lakeside. So.
Thanks for accenting Lakeside today.
Hey, we're glad to have you. That's what we're here to talk about, the whole community. That's what we do. There she goes, Nancy Beringa of the Lakeside. Say it again for me.
Lakeside District Association.
All right, there. Whew, want to get it right. Here come the monkeys. It is on the new 98.9 Real Gold Radio. It's called Daydream Believer.